All right, so this is the Loma Prieta earthquake or the San Francisco earthquake of 1989. The Loma Prieta earthquake took place on Tuesday, October 17th, 1989, at 5:04 p.m. On the screen are some of the images of the devastation of the earthquake.
The epicenter of the earthquake was about 60 miles south of San Francisco and about 10 miles north of the Santa Cruz, located on the Loma Prieta mountain, right here on the screen. It greatly affected the Bay Area and the Santa Cruz residents.
So why did the earthquake occur? So a rupture happened along the San Andreas Fault, causing the Pacific Plate to drastically slip. Um, the earthquake was caused at a transform fault, which whenever the plate slipped, it dropped 2 meters in total, which triggered a 6.9 magnitude earthquake that was felt for miles in the surrounding areas.
The aftermath of the earthquake damage was close to about $10 billion in total, with around 20,000 houses being damaged, close to 2,500 businesses being damaged, and also major bridges like the Bay Bridge completely collapsing, and Interstate I-80 being unusable for weeks. On top of 63 people dying and around 4,000 people being injured, there was also about 12,000 people who were displaced due to the damage to their homes or businesses.
On this slide continued is more of the aftermath. Um, yeah, so nearly 20,000 houses destroyed and another 3,000 businesses. So in the business sector, it estimated to nearly 4 billion in damage, with another 6 billion in direct damages from the earthquake in total, resulting in 10 billion in total damages.
Um, there were thousands of landslides throughout the region as a result of the earthquake, and it resulted in damage and destruction to homes and roads. And liquefaction also occurred, and it happens when loosely packed waterlogged dirt loses strength in response to the earthquake, and it basically caused major damage underneath of road systems and buildings that destroy the integrity of the foundations across the area.
And lastly, some interesting facts. So during the Loma Prieta earthquake, Game 3 in the 1989 World Series was taking place between the Oakland A's and the San Francisco Giants. Ironically enough, both of these teams, regardless of where they were playing that day, their hometowns and home stadiums were affected. Um, Another interesting fact, the earthquake only lasted 20 seconds, and or the main jolt of the earthquake only lasted 20 seconds. And with it being that large of an earthquake, it was pretty surprising that it only lasted 20 seconds. Continuing, the earthquake was also predicted. Scientists saw there was a seismic gap along the San Andreas Fault, which indicated that a slight slip could cause a huge earthquake, and so it did. Continuing, there's 20 aftershocks of this earthquake at a 4.0 magnitude or greater, and another 300 aftershocks at a magnitude of 2.5 or greater on the Richter scale. On the bottom, you can see some pictures with references to humans with how large these cracks were and damage to the town of San Francisco and other surrounding areas. Also, you can see some landslide damage of what houses up in mountains looked like or in deeply wooded areas. And yeah, that was the Loma Prieta earthquake of 1989. Sources. Thank you.